Hello horror movie lovers, I'm Trenton and I love movies just like you. So in today's video, I will be watching Willy's Wonderland. Now, I've known about this movie for so long when it was called Wally's Wonderland and it was just Nick Cage fighting animatronics. I was already hooked and I'm gonna go watch it right now. I'm recording this before I've seen the movie, so I'm going to come back whenever I have watched the movie. I'm literally gonna go watch it right now. I'm so excited, like y'all do not understand. But I'm just gonna get this out of the way. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos from me, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. Alright? Alright. So I'll be right back whenever I have finished watching Willy's Wonderland. So I just watched Willy's Wonderland, and wow. Willy's Wonderland is about a quiet loner that agrees to clean an abandoned family fun center in exchange for repairs for his car that broke down suspiciously. He soon finds himself waging war against possessed animatronic mascots while trapped inside Willy's Wonderland. My expectations for Willy's Wonderland were super high. Like, I was so hyped for this movie. And did the movie meet my expectations? Yeah, it was really good. Wow, that was so fun. This is going to be a non-spoiler type of video, but towards the end I will be talking spoilers. Don't worry, I will give you a warning before we enter spoiler territory. Also, if you want to follow me on any of my socials, they will be in the description below, and other information will be there as well. Now let's start off with the positives. The way the movie looked. I loved the color grading of this movie. Like, outside of the Willy's Wonderland building, it was very warm tone, and whenever you were inside of the building, it was very cool tone, unless the power was on and the animatronics were like performing and the lights were on and stuff. And I just really liked how they distinguished between outside of Willy's Wonderland and inside of Willy's Wonderland. I actually really liked that. Another thing that I liked was the practicality. The movie was very heavy on practical effects, and I really liked that. It was just very realistic when it came to the animatronics and even some of the gore. It was very realistic, and I'm gonna really talk about the animatronics. They were very realistic. Like, they definitely seemed like animatronics you'd see at a Chuck E. Cheese, a Showbiz Pizza. Like, it's just, they were very good in that department. Like, it was just very good. Also, I loved the tone of the movie. It was a very dark comedy type of tone, and it didn't take itself too seriously. Like, it was a very comedic movie, but I mean, it wasn't like a full-on comedy. It was definitely horror, but it definitely wasn't too serious. And I did like that, because when it comes to serious horror movies, I have to be in a certain type of mood to watch them. Like, full-on serious, like, this isn't something to joke about. Like, this isn't like something that's funny. I just really liked the contrast between the comedy and the horror. Now, the last thing in the positive section is the performance by Nicolas Cage. I don't even remember him talking in the movie. He is literally just all action, all fighting. Like, I just really liked that. Like, it was just so action packed, and I just really liked that. It was really never boring. Like, it was not boring. Even the performances by the teenagers, this is going to lead on into the negatives. I think that's really my only negative, but even the performances with the teenagers weren't bad, and I just enjoyed the characters. Now that leads on into the negative portion of the video. The characters were really underdeveloped. They just had no development. Like, they were just walking cliches and stereotypes, and there was no development to their character, like, at all. Like, literally, one of the characters didn't even, I don't even remember that character even talking at all. And it's just like, okay, like you're not developing the characters, like their death scenes aren't gonna feel as impactful because there's no development. Like you don't really feel bad for any of the characters. I mean, there was one character that I kind of felt bad for because I liked their character, but that's about it. There was really nothing to feel bad for in the characters, and I feel like they did that on purpose because that is how some slasher movies are. They're literally just walking cliches, and they don't really need to have character development, but I feel like they should have character development because it's just not going to be as impactful when they die. So overall, Willy's Wonderland is a very fun and entertaining movie to watch by yourself or even with friends, and I recommend you watch it. I'd have to give it an 8 out of 10. It was very entertaining and I was never bored. If you've seen it, comment down below what you thought about it. We are now entering spoiler territory. If you haven't seen Willy's Wonderland already, go watch it, then come back to the video, because in this section, I'm not going to really be full on spoiling it because I mean it's pretty predictable, but I am going to be going a little bit more in depth with what I didn't like about the teenagers, and I'm going to talk about one of my favorite scenes in the movie, and that might spoil it for a viewer that doesn't know anything about the movie. So yeah, you're warned. Here's your spoiler warning. Again, go watch the movie, then come back to the video when you are done. Alright, so let's talk about an aspect of the teenagers that I did not like. I just did not really feel bad for any other characters. I feel like the only character that I really kind of felt bad for was Kathy's character, played by Kaylee Cohen. I kind of felt bad for her because, I mean, she really didn't do anything wrong. I mean, I guess she did have sex with her boyfriend, and I mean, that is a rule in slasher movies, you know, have sex or you die. But I don't know, I guess hers was pretty sad, but I just didn't like how it was executed. First of all, they're having sex. Bobby and Kathy are having sex in the super happy fun room. This is actually my favorite scene in the movie if you haven't seen it already. It's just beautifully lit, and it's just so, I don't know, it's just so cinematic, and I really like their sex scene and their death scene. Oh my god, what was I even talking about? Oh my god. Oh yeah, Kathy's death. So basically, I just didn't really like her death specifically because you didn't really see it. Like, obviously, they're having sex, and then Artie the alligator attacks Bobby and is like eating him. And then obviously, Kathy's freaking out and trying to get out of the super happy fun room. And Nick Cage, well, the janitor, and Emily Tosta's character are down the hall, and you just hear Kathy screaming, trying to open the door, and then her screaming just stops. Then literally directly after the screaming stops, Nick Cage kicks down the door, and she's already dead. And I'm just like, okay, so we're not going to see her death scene, we're just going to see her body? I'm just like, okay, like, they could have done a little more with that. A little more. Because that really did not make sense. There was no way that Artie killed her, then put her body next to her boyfriend in a span of literally like 3 seconds. I'm just like, how does that happen? But that's a little nitpicky. That isn't really like a negative. And also, the teenage characters, I just did not like that they literally all died in the span of like 30 minutes or like 25 minutes. Like, it was literally like back to back to back to back. And I'm just like, okay, where's the suspense? Like, yes, there is suspenseful scenes, but like, it's just like, okay, like, they just all died like literally back to back. And that's what I was really looking forward to in this movie, this suspense. Because obviously when Nick Cage is next to an animatronic or against an animatronic, there's no suspense because you know that he's going to win. Like, you literally know that he's going to win. and there's just no suspense in that. And I was just really hoping that the movie would be a little more heavy on the teenagers aspect, but no, they literally killed almost all the teenagers in the span of 25 to 30 minutes, and that is annoying. But even with the negatives I said, I still enjoyed the movie, I still had fun with it, and it was still a good movie. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos from me, and make sure to hit the notification bell so we're notified whenever I post a new video. Alright? Alright. Stay safe and have a good rest of your day.